Welcome to the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast with your host, Dr. Fuck, and the Ayatollah of Alcohola, Ian Wadley. Kick on back and listen to another exciting episode. It's time for the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast!
Well, alright, it's me, Dr. Fuck, Ralph Vieira from Thrasher Die and Combat, and we have... That's what I was waiting for. The click of the beer. Ian Wadley from New Orleans. How you doing, Ian?
Humble baby, simple movely, humble baby, simple bop. I lie, woman, I'm only gonna tell you one time. Ah, woo! I'm ready.
Very ready, I can tell. On Skype, we can see each other, and boy, does he look drunk. Hopefully, we can make it through this podcast because he showed me that he's not only drinking Rolling Rock, but he's also having Guinness. And what kind of whiskey was that again?
Jameson, Irish whiskey.
He's drinking all three of them at the same time. So let's see if we can finish this before he either passes out or throws up. Hopefully he throws up. That'll be great. This week, this is one of those, we're going to do this a lot. I'm not going to say every episode's like this, but this week's episode is dedicated to our listeners. Ian likes to call them fans because he has got an ego. I don't.
That's true.
I'm not. I view them as friends.
Oh, you're so full of shit.
Well, listeners, and a lot of listeners have been requesting Van Halen's Different Kind of Truth. A lot, believe me. And I said, yeah, we'll get around to it. So I finally, I said to Ian, let's do it. Ian was a little skeptical, and once we announced that we were going to do it, the place went wild. Our Facebook page, everybody's excited, right?
Yeah, man, everybody went crazy for this.
Yeah,
love it.
Everybody's liking this, and it's just, again, we usually do this at the end of the show, but I'm going to do it now. What the fuck? We have a Facebook page. I say you join it, because if you go there, we're going to probably start doing polls, not all the time, because we don't want everybody to tell us what to do, because I hate when people tell us what to do, but once in a while, like this week, I'm going to do it. I'm going to put up a poll where we don't even, me and you, Ian, we don't even put up what we want to do. We're going to have the listeners, the members of the page, make options of what should be our review, and we'll look at it and we will do it. We'll do that once in a blue. So join the Facebook page and have your say. If you love the show, and I also want to say, we always say this at the end, but fuck it, let's say it now. I read those reviews on iTunes this week, and that one guy talking about going downstairs and his mom.
That's my buddy.
That's your man. That was a great review.
That's my buddy Om Ingrid. Got to give him a shout out. This is a guy who really helped us out because he was a big podcast listener and gave me a lot of hints about how the shit works and what does and doesn't work in podcasts. And I want to give him big thanks. He's a loyal listener, and he's not even a hard rock or metal fan, but he thinks we are so good. He listens every week. So, Omengren, thank you very much, brother. That was an awesome review.
Thank you. It was a great review. It was a little, mention about his mom and me and Ian, like we were going to bang her or something. It was pretty funny. I found it hysterical. And we got another review, too. Saw the other one?
Oh, yeah.
That guy loved us, too. I forgot what he said, but he loved us,
Yeah, I forgot to mention, we had the one guy, I loved his name, was like, I ate Bob Dylan's guitar or some shit like that. he put up a review the other week that was awesome, and then we had another one, goddamn, Jim J. Bullock or JT Block, some shit. I'm so sorry because I'm drunk. I'll get it right for next week. But we've had three other iTunes reviews, and next week we need to announce the winner that's going to be on our show.
All right. Yeah,
we're just kind of lazy, so we haven't got around to announce the contest winner. But we're going to go through them. And I know there's a lot of people who wrote reviews and had a hard time getting them posted. I think what it was, honestly, is if there's any cursing. I don't think you can have that on an iTunes review.
Oh, okay. So don't curse.
Yeah.
And Ian, that whole winner thing, that's all you, man. I have nothing to do with that because I'm a really busy guy. I mean, look, just yesterday, they painted the house in front of me, and I got to spend a lot of time over there watching it dry.
Oh, I like that, so everybody points at me if they're pissed because they didn't get picked. It's all on me. I get it.
Hey, you're the one that came up with the damn idea.
Ah, woo! All right.
All right,
Fuck
so
it.
what's the current events there?
The current event. Apparently, we're going to have polls on our page now. The only poll
No. Once in a blue we will. Not all the time.
the only poll I like is the one your mother dances on. Ah, woo! Here we go. Here we go. Current events. Oh, my God. Is there some news this week? Man. And it's all Van Halen related. How awesome is that?
Okay, so before you go, before you start, if it's all Van Halen related, I just want to let everybody out there know. You always hear music under our podcast. I add in the music after we talk. But I know if we're just going to talk about Van Halen this whole episode, what you're listening to now are Van Halen demos. And I'm going to also bring this up. This is going to make this episode more unique than any other episode. This is going to break the rules. We're gonna break new ground on this episode because this episode is going to have music, more music than ever, because 7 out of 13 songs on the album? How many songs are on that album? Different kinds.
13.
All right, 13 songs. 7 out of the 13 are old demos or old recordings of Van Halen. When we talk about each song, when we're done, we're gonna play the demo version of that song. So we're gonna, talk about Different Kind of Truth, and then we're gonna talk about, the birth of that song, what it sounded like back in the early days, back when Michael Anthony was in the band. So you're gonna hear some classic Van Halen all through our show. Michael Anthony, he was the guy that played bass.
Oh, not Wolfgang?
No. I know you're also thinking of Mike Stone. No, Michael Anthony.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think I heard him. But current events this week. Holy shit. Man. And I got this from Rona Barrett, so you know it's true.
She's still alive?
Probably. But everybody's heard that Bruce Jenner is he's changing into a woman.
Yeah, I've seen those plastic surgery. Well, not too pretty.
Yeah. Not to be outdone, Vinnie Vincent, former Kiss guitarist, is finally made the transformation into a woman.
What does this have to do with Van Halen?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
But here's somebody who's really, really reaching for attention because he hasn't done shit since he got his ass kicked out of the band, and nobody buys fucking Chicken Foot records. But Sammy Hagar is he's the latest one to jump on this. But I'll give him this. He's being a little bit different. While Bruce Jenner and Vinnie Vincent are transforming into women, Sammy Hagar is finally going to turn into a man. There's a controversial new surgery. It's called. Good thing he made all that money off of fucking tequila, because I don't know if this is covered by Obamacare. But he's getting a controversial new surgery called addictomy. And, so he's going in for an addictomy. I hope he knows that balls are extra. Even if you get an addictomy, you still need balls, you fucking half a fig. Fucking Sammy Hagar. What a douchebag. But yeah, so Sammy Hagar wants to become a man. He's tired of being Bette Midler's stunt double. Even though he's happy to make that Hocus Pocus 2 money that he's going to get here soon. But yeah, Sammy Hagar's getting an addictomy.
Wow, that's amazing. Maybe he'll stop writing lyrics that are G-H-E-Y gay.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh God, I don't even want to call Sammy Hagar gay, because I'm going to get a lot of hate mail from the gay community like, hey, don't lump him in with me.
No, not gay. Gay. G-H-E-Y. Gay.
Yeah. Any way you slice it, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But in more Van Halen news, finally, and this is crazy because we decided this the day before this shit was announced.
That's true.
You.
What is up with me? What is up with my premonition?
I don't know.
I got that premonition thing going.
It's announced Van Halen is putting out a live album with David Lee Roth.
And I think it's gonna rule.
I know it's gonna rule. It's funny because they're saying it's being released just as a CD or, audio only. No Blu-ray, no DVD accompaniment.
That sucks.
And there's already been jokes about, because the vocals won't line up because it's going to be so doctored. You know what? And if it is, I could give a fucking flying fuck. Because all the live albums that I love, Alive, Priest in the East.
I'm applauding you.
That shit is all doctored.
All fake live albums are the best. Kiss Alive, UFO, Strangers in the Nights, Cheap Trick at Budokan. All that stuff has been, it's Unleashed in the East. All has been studio magic, and it makes it, you know what? If I want to hear a live performance, I go to a show.
Right.
You know, I'm not going to buy some freaking album where I hear mics go out and bad notes and guitar picks falling and people, you know, like hitting flat notes. No, man, that to me is not a live album. It's a bootleg. And you know what, man? It pisses me off how people are like, well, it's not really a live album.
Yeah, show me a live album that's truly live, and I'll show you a fucking bootleg, people. I mean, they're all fucking doctored.
And they rule.
And I'll tell you what, man, it's an incredible set list, but holy shit, what a fucking horrible album cover.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Oh, you haven't seen the album cover?
No.
Oh my, you think the cover to fucking A Different Kind of Truth was horrible. You ought to see the cover to this shit. Oh my God.
I didn't really hate the cover to Different Kind of Truth.
I do, because it's a total ripoff of the Commodores. But, oh my God, the cover to this album looks like fucking Terrence did it on a fucking Commodore 64. You know? Oh, it's fucking horrible, dude.
What is it? What does it look like?
It's a picture of a ship. Like the front of a ship. And, you know, it says Van Halen Live Tokyo. But, dude, it's fucking horrible. I'm sorry, I gotta call a spade a fucking spade. It's a horrible album cover. And apparently, I mean, everybody's using this picture, so I'm sure it's set in stone. But I'm like, wow, this seriously, though, it looks like a little kid did it. You know, on a fucking Etch-a-Sketch. Van
Halen's never been a great album cover type band.
Yeah,
you notice that?
You're right about that. You know,
I mean, I'm sure this is worse than more of the others, but I'm just saying.
No. Somebody else made that mention. They're like, this is one in a long line of horrible Van Halen.
What would be the best album cover from Van Halen?
Oh, 84. 84.
I like it, but no, you know, mine would be the first one. I like the first one.
Not bad, but it's very of the time. I mean,
I dig it.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, but this one is really bad though. I mean, it looks like CGI from 1972. That's how bad it looks.
Remember Van Halen III? The guy getting hit by a cannonball?
Oh, dude, this breaks my heart, but that's a better album cover than this one. It really looks bad. But I don't care about the album cover, whatever. I just want to hear the album. Doctored as fuck. I don't give a fuck.
I hope so.
The set list is amazing.
I hope I hear those David Lee Roth screams from the 80s all over it. That'd be awesome.
Woo! That'd be awesome. I don't give a fuck, you know?
Hell yeah, man. I want it to sound awesome.
Man, the set list is fucking incredible.
Do you have the set list in front of you?
No.
I saw it, but I can't remember now. I know Chinatown's on it, right?
Yeah. Well, from the album we're talking about tonight, Chinatown's on it. She's the Woman in Tattoo. Everything else is classic Van Halen, but you got deep cuts like fucking Hear About It Later, which I almost got thrown out when they played that last time I saw them, because I went fucking ape shit. But no, amazing set list. And
they open with Unchained, which is awesome.
Yeah. And I can't wait to hear it. I'm so happy. Like I said, I'm disappointed in the album cover, but that's small potatoes. I'm
buying that 4 vinyl. It's releasing it out in 4 vinyls.
Oh yeah. Well, here's the thing, and then they got
something dollars.
Yeah. Well, they just today talked about another version, because in late spring they're doing remasters of Van Halen 2, Women, Children First, Fair Warning, Diver Down. But when the live album comes out, they're also going to do a remaster of the first album in '84, and there's a deluxe edition of the new live album that comes with the first album in '84, and it'll be like 6 vinyls.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
so the best thing to do is hold off.
Yeah, like 6 months. Well, no, it comes out the same time as the live album. But man, I mean, it's so funny that I mean, this is no bullshit. I'm not making this up. You picked this album, right before that, and I told you, I was like, hey, we need to do something like broad, something that everybody enjoys, something old school. I was thinking like Dio or Scorpions or something. Something everybody can get into. And you're like, fuck it. He goes, dude, I get a lot of requests for a different kind of truth, and I was like, wow. But I'm like, fuck it. It's Van Halen. Let's do it. But how timely. And that was the day before all this shit was announced. So
that's awesome.
You are a genius, my friend.
Thank you. I also want to say, I've said this before on things that, people, our KISS episodes are the most popular ones. But I also told people, come listen to shows that we don't talk about KISS. We usually have a KISS mention. And I'm going to try myself to have a KISS mention in every episode. And this is my KISS mention of this week. It'll be quick, but it's very informative for the KISS nerds out there, like myself. If you got an Urban Outfitters, look it up. An Urban Outfitters, it's a store that sells clothes and a bunch of stuff, but they also sell vinyl. And the one near my house has, they had a few KISS, those KISS 180 grams for $35.99. I'm like, I don't want to buy this. Well, I went there today and they marked it down to $9.99. So check out your local Urban Outfitter out there. If you guys live near one, look into it, or maybe you can order it online. I don't know. They're selling the KISS remastered, those 180 grams for $9.99. I bought today the first KISS album, Dress to Kill, Revenge, and Lick It Up, and Animalize. Oh, Dress to Kill. I said that, right?
Yeah.
I bought all those for $9.99 each, and they're each $35.99. That's the original sticker price. So That's my KISS mention this week, man. Go to Urban Outfitters, you KISS nerds. You can get those 180 grams for $9.99. You can't beat that price when it comes to vinyl, especially 180. I've never heard of a 180 gram cost $9.99 ever. Wow,
see, yours is a lot cooler than mine, because I went to Urban Outfitters today looking for vinyl. And I got Belle Biv DeVoe's Poison and the self-titled CNC Music Factory. I mean, good prices, but not the same albums. But,
on vinyl, huh?
Yeah, hey, never trust a big butt and a smile. That girl's poison. Just
things
saying.
that make you go,
I've just scrolled,
horrible shit. Thank God we're away from that time. Screw that music. I'm all about dad metal.
Yeah, dad metal.
Metal.
I saw that shit online today. Oh
my God. Guy's a moron.
I'll tell you what. I gotta go take a piss. You tell our listeners about the dad metal post.
Okay, I'm going to talk about dad metal. All right, I did a little bragging today on Facebook because of all you people that listen to us and give us all those positive reviews. I made a post about it saying, look at all these people that are listening to us. And we did make the What's Hot list on iTunes. And I put the number of views we got and all this stuff. I just put this up, bragging. I even said I was bragging. And one guy that's on my list, like I guess he went to the channel and he saw all our reviews. Like, he read them and saw what we reviewed. And he came back and he said to me, do you guys talk about anything else other than dad metal? Where I replied, only dad metal's real. Fuck your metal. That was my reply to the guy. But he's, it was a little jab, and then he ended up going to say, well, you should do other stuff. You'll get more listeners. I was like, dude, please. What we're doing, we're getting those listeners just fine without your little, whatever the hell you like, be it Slipknot or whatever the fuck. Because if
what the fuck were we supposed to do? Avenged Sevenfold?
My point is, here's my point. The guy is, he did that because I guess it upsets him and he doesn't like dad metal or whatever the case may be. But I want to say to him and to everybody out there, when I was a kid, I wasn't really into the music like my dad would be into, and my my dad's an exception because he's Cuban, he doesn't listen to American music. But let's say my friends' dads that were American, I was I grew up with a lot of Americans, a lot of, as we call, gringos. And rednecks, actually. A lot of rednecks. I grew up with rednecks that turned me on to Skynyrd, Zeppelin, Kiss, and all that stuff. I was raised with rednecks, and they were all good people, and they had these parents that were into Lawrence Welk or, whatever, just that old stuff. None of us were into. But now today, I see little kids into Sabbath, Priest, Maiden. They're all little kids of my age that love that dad metal. So, in other words, dad metal rules. Dad metal transcends genres. Dad metal still lives. Judas Priest still plays big halls. Maiden plays big halls. All these bands still pack places, still sell records. Okay, so dad metal rules. And if you want to call us like a dad metal podcast that's closed-minded, then thank you.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
And then he said, well, you guys, sound like, if anything's not at 25 years old, you're not going to like it. I'm like, moron. I mean, we have pick of the week, and I've picked stuff like In Solitude and Iron Reagan and newer bands that, are new. They ain't 25 years old. So, you don't know what you're talking about. Then he ended up saying, I'm sorry, I guess I was wrong. Yeah, obviously, moron. And, and Facebook is it's so full of people that just pass judgment without even looking into stuff. I guess not only Facebook, everywhere, you just...
Oh, I hate people.
Yeah, I do too. And, and that also goes to, let's say, people that are like, oh, I'm not even going to listen to A Different Kind of Truth because of what they did on Michael Anthony. You're not a music fan. You're really not. Hey, look, I'm not happy with Kiss. I hate Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer and Peter Criss and Ace Frehley Makeup. I fucking hate it. And yes, we have people in our own group going, I would never, ever listen to Monster and Sonic Boom. Sorry, I'm a music fan. I'm a Kiss fan. I'm curious. I listened to Sonic Boom. Piece of shit. I hated it. I listened to Monster and loved it. I hate Tommy Thayer and Eric Singer and that makeup, but I still loved it because of the music. I am a music fan, not a what goes behind the scene fan. I'm not going to buy any more Ozzy albums because of Sharon. You're not going to buy Ozzy albums because of Sharon. You know how retarded you sound? Whatever. Everybody's got the choice, but you're not a music fan to me. Period. That's what I think. You have anything to add to that, Ian?
That's what I think. I love that, Dice.
Yes.
Yeah, no, fuck it. I love dad fucking metal. You know what? You know what my dad fucking turned me on to? Fucking Black Sabbath. Well,
your dad was an exception, though.
Well, no, yeah, but it was different shit. My dad used to rag this. My dad hated Kiss.
Oh, wait a second. You are much younger, though.
Well, not my. I'm 9 years younger than you.
That's still much younger. I mean, I'm talking about my day. When in my day, none of us liked Lawrence Welk and Benny Goodman and shit like that.
But I was very open to what my parents liked. I know some shit. Like, I remember my son. My son didn't like stuff that I liked, when he was younger. And then, as he got a little bit older and his friends liked it, then he came up to, I remember my son like, you ever heard Rush? I was like, fuck yeah, I've heard Rush, goddammit. So I don't judge shit by how old it is. It's how good it is. My dad gave up on Sabbath after Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. I didn't.
Yeah, man, Sabotage, man, jeez.
But I wouldn't know Sabbath if it wasn't for my dad giving me his copy of Volume 4.
No, there you go, starting off with my favorite.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's my favorite. Sometimes Sabbath Bloody Sabbath is my
favorite. Well, it's normally my favorite too, but I remember my dad giving me that, but... You know what? Fuck you. I mean, if you want to hear fucking Black Veil Brides or fucking Avenged Sevenfold, if that does it for you, great. Because my dad didn't understand Kiss.
No, and I agree. Go ahead, Ian. I don't mean to cut you off. You are right.
But if the kid likes different metal, fine. But we're gonna talk about fucking dad metal because I'm gonna be 41, and
I'm gonna be 50 on Monday, February 9th.
Yeah,
I turn 50, half a fucking century. You want to get into the review or any more?
let's get into the goddamn album.
All right, released
I'm happy
in
about this.
2010, was it? I don't know.
No, 2012.
2012. Wow.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Yeah. My introduction to this album was Tattoo. The universally hated song from this album. I remember the first time I saw Tattoo, it was actually the video. Which, by the way, the video sucks. Because it's not... I mean, they should hire me, man. It's not matching or anything like that. I'll get into the song later, but yeah, when I heard Tattoo, wasn't really like, wow, this is awesome, but I wasn't like the rest of the world either going, ah, shit, this sucks. Actually, there's a song on this album I like less than Tattoo, believe it or not. And I know everybody's like, no, Tattoo sucks, but the rest is good. No, there's actually a song on here, when we get to it, which is a great song. But it's not as good as Tattoo, in my opinion. I think this whole album's solid. Every song rules on it. A lot of people complain that, oh, they brought back too many demos. Van Halen, from the first album to 1984, they used a lot of demos. House of Pain was a demo. I'll go down the line. Van Halen 1. Well, I mean, come on. I mean, of course, those are demos. Van Halen 2. There was demos for Somebody Get Me a Doctor, Bottoms Up, Beautiful Girls. Then the third album had, Take Your Whiskey Home. There was a song, I forgot, it had a line from Romeo's Delight. In a Simple Rhyme was an old song. Fools was an old song. Then Fair Warning had Voodoo Queen, which turned out to be Mean Street. And what else? I think there maybe not be another one on there, but maybe there is. I can't remember. Diver Down had what's the song that was on Diver Down that was an old demo? I know there is one. I think it was Hang 'em High, right?
I don't know.
I can't remember. But yeah, there is. And 1984 had House of Pain. They were all old demos. So,
well, hey, even going to the fucking goddamn, I don't even like talking about the Van Hagar.
No, let's not.
Well, I know what I'm saying. Is
just allude to it, dude.
But Top of the World was the end riff of Jump.
Oh, there you go.
So, shit happens.
You should be ashamed by knowing that little tidbit.
I can't help it. I'm a rock sponge.
Unlike a rock spooge. And I'm going to let you take it. Give me your excellent review of track 1 there, Ian. Tattoo.
Oh, Tattoo. I'll never forget. When they leaked like a little 30-second, snippet of it. I was so excited. I heard this little fucking snippet. I was like, ooh. I didn't want to admit it, but I was like, oh. I heard the keyboards, and it was exactly what I was scared of. I was scared it was going to sound like Van Hagar, but with Roth singing. Because I think that's kind of what happened with the 96 tracks on the Best of Volume 1. I hated Me Wise Magic. Because to me, musically, that sounded like Van Hagar. I love Can't Get This Stuff Anymore. And most people are the complete opposite.
Yeah.
To me, musically, lyrically, Can't Get This Stuff No More is total Van Halen. And Me Wise Magic was total Van Hagar. And I heard the keyboards on the 30-second snippet. I was like, oh, this sucks. But I'm like, I'm going to force myself to love it, but this sucks. And even when I heard the full song, I was like, and total Peter Griffin getting kicked in the shin. I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to do Jump Part 2. With the keyboards, with the chorus and everything. I think it was better as it was originally called Down in Flames. And here's the fucked up thing is normally I blame the keyboard shit on fucking Eddie. The keyboards on Tattoo were actually played by Dave.
Really?
Which sucks.
I didn't know that.
And Dave is known for true story. And Dave is known for his like really good lyrics. I think this is the only song on the album where the lyrics I'm like, man, you should have left it how it was. I think it was a swing and a miss, but it was. I think it was trying too hard to, like, let's do a jump 2, let's get everybody on the ship at one time, and man, this song turned a lot of people off to this album, but I still love it, even though I see why people get mad at it because of the chorus, you know. But musically, and I love the breakdown before the lead. There's some great shit on Tattoo. But man, was this the wrong one to pick as the first single. I really think, yeah, this was, and it killed the album because not only did a lot of people not like this album, I mean, not like the single, but they did no promotion for this because of fucking Eddie. There was no, like, going on the Today Show or any kind of fucking shit. It's just like, you know, here's a single, you know, here's a half-ass video. And this is it. And we're not going to talk to nobody. We're not going to do this, you know, and just laid a lame duck. Not that this song is a lame duck, but you know what I mean? There was like, they didn't put any effort into it. And it's a shame because there was so much good shit on this album. I still like Tattoo, but I see why it turned people off. And it was totally the wrong choice as a first single.
I agree with you as far as lyrics go. It's very like, Tattooed Sally, Tramp Stamp, whatever. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's kind of beneath
not
Dave.
his best.
And Dave, you know what,
it
man?
is.
And this is going to sound crazy me saying it, but I think some of the greatest Dave lyrics are on this album. You know, I mean,
I agree that 1,000%.
There's
not on
so many killer lines, and I will go through some of those, my favorite lines, as we review. But this one is like, I got Elvis on my shoulder, and as I flex, Elvis talks. It's, I don't know.
Yeah, and you know me, I hate Elvis to begin with.
Yeah, I love Elvis, and I don't even like that line. But here's the thing.
Exactly.
I think this song would have been much better. I can even deal with the cheesy, okay, I almost went overboard and say Sammy-type lyrics, but no, they're not that bad. But,
No.
I can deal with this song without those keyboards. I think the keyboard is just what really, because the song rocks, I think. It starts with that. It starts with that fucking the solo, what Eddie is known for, and this is what I love about Eddie Van Halen. Known as the greatest guitarist ever because of his talent, because of Eruption, how he shreds, but he knows how to keep that shit like for the song, and he does a very simple solo. The album starts with a simple solo, which is kind of like Ain't Talking About Love or Everybody Wants Some. You know, that type of solo. I love that shit about Eddie. The drums. It's got that old Alex Van Halen feel.
Oh, yeah. Sounds great.
It rocks. It's a rockin' tune, but these stupid keyboards just ruin it for me. Okay, so Tattoo. This was originally an old song back before the first album called Down in Flames. So this is the first of 7 songs we're going to play during our podcast this week. This is Down in Flames.
touch it real slow. I drag your legs that way. Still I'm back for more. I can't sit for long. And to roll like me. I stand the heat of the night.
Then we go into the next track. And,
yes!
And
go
this,
ahead, Ralph.
And this one, and I gotta say this before I go into it. Your average fan that really hates the fact that Michael Anthony is not in the band would never, ever admit how amazing Wolfgang Van Halen is. You listen to the beginning of the next track, She's a Woman, with that and you're like, well, maybe that's Eddie. Because, yeah, there is rumors Eddie did a lot of Michael Anthony's bass on the old Van Halen albums. I don't know how true they are, but that is a rumor.
Well, yeah, they do say, like, from Fair Warning on, like 80% of the bass on all the studio albums was Eddie.
And that's very unfortunate, because I don't think Michael Anthony's a slouch. But you know what, man? And I know I'm going to get shit for this, but I don't care. Come at me, I'll slap you. I think Wolfgang's a better bass player than Michael Anthony. I think he's cleaner. And if you're probably saying, well, you know, just because She's a Woman. Watch the YouTube clip when they played this song at Cafe Wah in that little club. The guy's right in front of Wolfie, and Wolfie is kicking ass. And I saw this live when they did Chinatown, and he was finger tapping. Wolfie's a badass, and supposedly he's like amazing on guitar, and he's supposedly the best on drums. You know,
I've heard that.
Yeah,
I've heard that.
He's like an all-around great musician. He's awesome, and I think it's a shame. He's a small kid. He's young, man, and okay, he's got a weight problem, and it sucks how people just keep fucking goofing on how fat he is. I mean, he's a fucking kid, man. He's Eddie Van Halen's son. He's talented, and if it wasn't for him, I highly doubt there would be a fucking Van Halen reunion. You can tell this kid is into old Van Halen.
Definitely. I mean, everybody agrees on that. There would be no Van Halen reunion with David Lee Roth without Wolfie, because as he grew up, he's like, this is what I like, Dad. He goes, this David Lee Roth shit is awesome.
This is the good shit. He knows.
You know what? And what's fucked up is the last time I remember this weight issue coming up is with Steve Grimmett from fucking goddamn Grim Reaper. And that dude can sing his ass off, but he is a fucking porky dude who should never wear red tights. But
wow.
God damn it, I love Grim Reaper, and I like Wolfie.
Yeah, but I love Wolfie, but at the same time, I got this to say. No, don't get me wrong. Michael Anthony was fucked over, and I don't agree at all what they did to Michael Anthony, because Michael Anthony to me is a class act. The guy is just pure class. Amazing talent. His backing vocals are so important to Van Halen. Wolfgang does a good job. Not as good. I'm not going to say it's as good, but he does good as far as backing vocals. A lot of people say it's piped in backstage. Well, I guess all those people can shut the fuck up now, because this album has a lot of backing vocals, and I saw it live. So they don't have no old tape of fucking Michael Anthony doing She's a Woman. They ain't using that demo version. That's him live, okay? But I want Michael Anthony back. I do want him back. I could do without his stupid sound effect bass solo. But other than that, I want Michael Anthony back in Van Halen, and that is a rumor going around that it might happen.
David Lee Roth wants Michael Anthony back.
Yeah, everybody does, and I think Michael Anthony deserves to be back. They fucked him over. Michael Anthony thought, hey, look, this is my last chance with Van Halen. I'm going to sign away all my rights, because Eddie said, if you want to do this, you got to give me all your rights. So he did it for that last Sammy tour, you know, and he fucked up, but at the same time, he really did it for the fans. You
right,
know?
right. But then again, anybody who went and saw that '04 Sammy tour, suck a dick straight up. You
that's
never
right. I didn't
that
go.
shit.
Fuck that shit. I wasn't going to that crap.
Shit. I never saw fucking Van Halen.
I unfortunately did. Well, I'll tell you why. The first time I saw him for free, 5150 and Bachman Turner Overdrive was opening, so I went more for that. I was like, I want to see BTO, man.
Ride, let it ride.
Yeah, man, they were good. And then I said, and I want to see Eruption. You know? And it was a horrible, I know a lot of people love it.
Oh, remember that?
It was a horrible show.
Oh, I saw that. I saw the Live Without a Net video where there's like only 2 Dave songs and the rest is all 5150.
And let me tell you something, that's an edited video. That whole show, it's still 2 Dave songs, you know?
Oh,
what was it? Jump and Ain't Talking About Love, I think. Oh, and You Really Got
It. No, it wasn't Jump. Well, because here's the thing.
No, they did Jump, though, that night. I'm pretty sure.
They did?
I think so.
Well, no, here's the thing.
No, Panama.
Yeah. Okay, I think you're right there. Because Dave made a comment that was kind of legendary at the time. If you read Hit Parader and Circus and all that shit, he goes, you know what? He goes, I don't have to sing any fucking Sam Hagar songs.
Yep.
He goes, but this motherfucker's got to sing Jump every night of his life. So Sammy famously would not do fucking Jump. I don't think he did Jump until the Fuck tour. But he did Ain't Talking About Love and I believe Panama. But it was horrible. Oh my God, it was so horrible.
And then I saw them again on OU812 because the only reason I went to that was because it was the Monsters of Rock tour.
Monsters of Rock, yeah.
And I wanted to see it, and they played Running with the Devil that night.
Ew.
Yes, they did. It was horrible. It sucked.
I love She's a Woman. I mean, it's fucking amazing. It's a song I've known for years because I've had the Gene Simmons Warner Brothers demos. And why it was taken off the record, I don't know. But it's awesome. But then again, back then, when you had albums, you had like 10 fucking tracks. I mean, you only had so much for vinyl. I think it got cut off because of that. But man, this sounds like classic fucking Van Halen. I think this should have been the first single off the album. I think if they would have done this, they would have got a lot more publicity because this sounds really like classic fucking Van Halen. Amazing. I love She's the Woman. What do you think, Ralph?
Yeah, I already told you what I thought, but I will add,
okay,
they made a video for this one too, which is basically a tattoo. It was the same shoot, and like some parts they don't match vocals. It's like, who the fuck's in charge of this shit? It was like, and Van Halen were known for the best videos, Hot for Teacher, Panama,
Well, when Dave was in there, they were.
That's what I'm talking about, Dave. Yeah. I'm talking about Van Halen.
Okay, I got you.
I didn't say shit, Halen.
Right.
Anyway, so yeah, as Ian said, this was one of the demos that Gene Simmons recorded back in the day. He took Van Halen all the way to New York City to Electric Ladyland and recorded a bunch of demos for him. And this appeared on it. So this is from the Gene Simmons recorded demos. This is She's a Woman. there you go. That's She's a Woman. And, I got to say that I do enjoy the lyrics more on A Different Kind of Truth than the original version of She's a Woman. I pretty much like all these newer versions to the old. And I've lived with these demos long enough. And let me tell you something. Some of these demos, I mean, they're good, they're great and everything, but listen to what they did to them on this album. I feel like they've improved them very much so, lyric-wise as well. Dave changed the lyrics of She's a Woman, and I like those lyrics much more. Anyway, let's go into the next track, and that's You and Your Blues. Now, the first time I heard this album in its entirety, believe it or not, this was my favorite song. It's not no longer my favorite song. But yeah, the first time I heard You and Your Blues, I thought, after the album was done on first listen, I go, man, You and Your Blues is awesome. That's my favorite track off the album. A tinge reminiscent of the Diver Down era. Kind of like what do you say? Like, kind of the poppy element of it. And the thing that lacks on this album is when Dave strains. When he's like, woman, on top of you. He sounds kind of sickly. And I don't really like when he does that. He does it on this song, kind of a little bit of a holdback, but it's a killer song. And listen to those backing vocals, man. That sounds like classic Van Halen. Eddie and Wolfie going It sounds like it's Michael there. I love You and Your Blues. No longer my favorite track, but it was one of my favorite tracks on the album. Very melodic, very killer. What do you think, Ian?
I have nothing to bitch about this. I love this fucking song. This is another one I think should have been a single. And what I love is the lyrics where he threw in all these different blues songs, like titles. And that's how he came with the lyrics. He talks about Crossroads, 19 Nervous Breakdown, all this shit. They were different song titles that he threw together. And it's amazing. It's so fucking awesome. It does make me miss Michael Anthony on this, because I think his background vocals on this would have been amazing. But I mean, I like what they did, but man, to hear Michael Anthony on this would have been fucking incredible. But even when he strains on this song, it doesn't bother me one bit. This is awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
awesome,
it does
Van
bother
Halen.
me, but not to the extent of it really kills the song. It's like it's tolerable for me.
But I don't know. I love this fucking song.
And a thing about the song that I love so much is also, I've had enough of You and Your Blues. And I've mentioned, I know, I'm a little crybaby. I keep bringing up this ex-girlfriend I had before. But yeah, one problem that really annoyed me about her was her constantly nagging and being so pessimistic and looking at the glass half empty and just seeing problems that were solvable, but she would make it unsolvable with her, stupid pessimistic ways. And she was always, this sucks. And yeah, at the time, that was like a year after I left her. I was like, yeah, man, I had enough of her blues too. So I see where Dave's coming from.
It makes for a great song.
Yeah, and I also want to add, this is a song that, as far as I know, is brand new, right? I mean, there's no old demos for this.
Well, here's the thing, and I was reading an article today, because I was thinking some of this was taken from demos, but I'm like, I know nothing of this being an old song. But Dave swears up and down that him and fucking Eddie hadn't written a song in 20-something years together. So I don't know if maybe this was a Dave song that Dave brought in, and Eddie worked on it, or what's the deal?
I know after Van Halen 3, there was such a huge gap of any Van Halen material that I've read Eddie say that, man, he has tons and tons and tons of recordings and riffs that he's done through the years. And I feel like maybe this is one of the songs, like all these songs on here that are not old demos. I feel they're from that library of riffs that he's written since Van Halen 3 to now.
Either that, or is this something that David Lee Roth wrote with John 5, who supposedly there's an unreleased album, that Dave's ready to release, but probably Eddie's got his foot, down and it won't come out. but he just did another album with John 5, so maybe this is something Dave brought to the table.
It does sound kind of like, I mean, for me, though, at least, it sounds kind of hard to believe Eddie would play somebody else's riffs.
No, well, yeah, but I mean, where did this come from? If they didn't write a song together, I don't know.
Well, maybe,
it don't matter.
like I'm saying.
Either way, this is a fucking amazing fucking song.
So none of these songs were written during the sessions.
Well, that's what Dave said. Dave said he has not, like, truly written a song with Eddie since they've gotten back together. Like, they've never just sat down and said, okay, you play, I'm gonna scat, you know, whatever. Dave said that never happened on any of these songs.
You know, Dave does smoke weed, you know.
Oh, yes, he loves some weed. But also, who knows where this came from, because supposedly they had an album ready to come out right before they did the first reunion tour. What the tour was like in 2008 or whatever. They did an album and shelved it.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And then, you know, some of the stuff was used for this album, some wasn't. Who knows where this came from? Who gives a flying fuck? Because You and Your Blues is fucking badass.
Yep, great song, attitude, melody, beautiful.
And then we go into Chinatown. Heavy as fuck. But I gotta tell you, this is probably my least favorite song on the album.
Wow.
Yeah. It is what I would consider killer filler. But to me, it is filler. And I was so surprised when this was played live, when I thought there were so many other songs on this album that would be better suited for a live setting than this song. And I think Dave really strained live on this on this song. But this is the one they picked. Boggles my mind. It is probably my least favorite on the album, but I still like it. I got a feeling you disagree with me.
Oh, of course I do. This one is one of my favorites, and I was very happy they played it live. You know, I mean, not I can name a couple I like more on here, but I was very happy they played this one live. And man, seeing Wolfie and Eddie do that intro where they're both like, finger tapping, and he's finger tapping the bass live, it was identical to the freaking album. And yeah, I was like so amazed. I gotta admit, the first time they reunited with Dave, Wolfie didn't really stand out. He just was there doing Michael Anthony shit. Where this album, man, I mean, this tour, with She's a Woman and Chinatown, he was doing some amazing bass playing, so I love this song. It's fast as hell. I mean, the beginning kind of reminds me a little bit of Mr. Big, like Addicted to That Rush. No,
okay,
that song, Addicted to That Rush.
Yeah, great bass by fucking Billy Sheehan.
Yeah, it's Billy Sheehan and Paul Gilbert doing that trade-off, but they're playing exactly the same thing. And, Addicted to That Rush. That's what the intro to this song kind of reminds me of. And just the musicianship on here. Alex, double bass. Just, damn, man, these guys are fucking old as fuck, and they've still got that fire, that, hot for teacher, hang 'em high, type of, fast shit,
Alex is an unsung hero on this album.
I think he's an unsung hero on the Six Pack and this album.
Oh my god, Alex plays his fucking ass off on this album.
Yeah. Alex Van Halen, to me, is one of the greatest drummers in the world, and not technically, speaking, but Alex Van Halen has his own sound. When you hear that drum, it's Alex, and it's addicting, that sound. Listen to Out of Love Again. That's a fucking drum solo through that whole song. It's like Alex Van Halen, to me, is on drums like fucking Eddie is on guitar. But he gets overlooked because of Eddie's phenomenal playing.
Yeah, you're right about that.
But Alex Van Halen's amazing. And yeah, in Chinatown, he really shines on it. My favorite line in Chinatown, I think it's the first thing he says. Headless body in a topless bar. One of my favorite tracks off the album. And, as far as I know, not an old demo. There's no old... Right?
Yeah, I know nothing about that being old, but...
Yeah. A lot of people, all they did was like old demos. No, well, this album, it's like half and half. and this is another one.
If somebody bitches about this shit being old fucking demos, fuck you. You are a Sammy fucking piece of shit. Go fucking suck a fucking dick.
All right, so the next song, Blood and Fire. Now this one, you know, it has that awesome beginning. Always tell the winners, saints and the sinners. You know, that Dave.
By the county line.
Yeah, it's so catchy and melodic. It's like hooky with Dave, like, you know, for Eddie and Dave alone. Then Alex comes in, and then when the chorus comes in, Wolfie comes in, and God, I love this song, man. And yes, I love the backing vocals on this too. We came with blood and fire. And I also love the little bridge has the classic Dave line. Now look at all the people here tonight. How cool is that? He actually put it in a song. And he
look at all the people, you know, and then Alex was doing
and you know, Dave used to get a lot of shit. I mean, back in the 80s, I remember people like, Dave always says, look at all the people here tonight. Yeah, but every time he says it, the crowd goes nuts. So it works. If it works, why break it?
You got there.
And I love that he puts it in. And yes, of course, my favorite line in the whole song is like, I told you I was coming back. Say you miss me. Say like you mean it. And then it goes into that solo. Oh, hell yeah. Blood and Fire. And this song was not played that much on the tour. But the show I saw, they played it. So I was lucky enough to see them.
Really?
Yeah, they played Blood and Fire on the show. They played it sporadically. Wow. And another thing about this show,
I didn't get to see it.
Another thing about this tour I noticed was they would switch. Like mostly they would play Girl Gone Bad, but if they wouldn't play Girl Gone Bad, they'd play Out of Love again instead. And I was like, please play Out of Love.
I saw Out of Love.
I saw Out of Love too. I was so happy because I like Girl Gone Bad. Don't get me wrong. I like Girl Gone Bad. It's a good song. But I saw the '84 tour. I never seen them do Out of Love Again. And Out of Love Again is like probably my favorite Van Halen song, along with On Fire. Those two are probably my favorite songs from Van Halen. But yeah, anyway, going back to Blood and Fire. Yeah, they played this song, and I love it, man. I love the lyrics, and yeah, it's a cool fucking song. And what do you think, Ian? Oh, wait. I'll mention this after you're done.
Yeah, well, I'm probably going to mention what you were going to mention. This is based on Ripley.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Right, which is and one of my favorite fucking movies of the 80s that unfortunately isn't on DVD or, you know, Blu-ray, called The Wildlife. I fucking love this movie. And Eddie actually did the music, the actual music part of the movie. And this was a song he called Ripley, and it was based on like some kind of guitar gear or whatever was called a Ripley, blah, 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 or whatever.
I thought it was based on the chick from Aliens.
Yeah, no, not so much. It was based on equipment he used on this song. But it was a great riff. I love The Wildlife. If anybody can get a copy, go on fucking BitTorrent.
Is that the movie with the hamburger doing Everybody Wants Some?
No, that's better off dead. No.
I've never seen The Wildlife.
Oh, dude, I'll send it to you. It's a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
Great fucking movie. But anyway, Eddie Van Halen did the background music to the movie. And Blood and Fire is fucking amazing. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to take it in the next one.
Yeah, but before you do, let's have the people out there listen to Ripley.
All right,
here's where this song came from. There's no lyrics to this. I mean, there's no singing. It's just the music to the song. This is from the movie The Wildlife. Song's called Ripley. Ian, why don't you go into the next track?
All right, well, the next song is a Bullethead. I love fucking Bullethead. Holy fucking shit. It's heavy as fuck. It's a short song that just fucking, bam, knocks you in the fucking teeth. And then the lyrics are great. Oh my God. There are some great lyrics on this. But I love, some days you're the dog, some days you're the hydrant. I love that shit. Some days you pissing, some days you getting pissed on. There are some other great fucking songs.
Oh, like I'm rolling slowly, but I'm still ahead of you. How badass is that? And do you really drive this slow just to piss me off?
Yeah, I love that. And like
awesome.
if everything's going your way, you're facing the wrong way. Yeah. I love that shit.
And the title track. I mean, the title of the album, "Different Kind of Truth," is mentioned in the song.
Yes. And this is based on a song though that was called Bullethead.
Yeah.
From the old days. But oh my God, I love it. I mean, just like it's like the song's like 2 minutes and like 57 seconds, but it's bam, bam, bam. It just whips your fucking ass, and it's awesome. And then it's done. I love fucking Bullethead. You got anything to add to this, man?
Yes, my favorite track, actually. I've always loved Bullethead. I've always loved that version. You guys are about to hear it after we stop talking about this track. It's a really shitty version from a club show. I guess, it's like generational. It doesn't sound that great. But, listen to this. I mean, I've lived with this version for decades. And I've always loved this song going, man, this is a cool fucking song. Too bad they never demoed it. And then they went and did it on this album, and they did it even better than this version because the lyrics are different, the attitude's different, of course the sound is different. It's blistering, and it took me like a year or two for me to finally say, you know what? This is the best goddamn song off this album. Go to the next song, which is called As Is, which again, I don't know if there's a demo for this. I don't think so. There's no old recordings of this I could sniff out.
Not that I've heard.
But it starts off with that kind of like everybody wants some drum intro with Eddie doing the effects, and the riff is just out of control. Like it's just it's just 100 miles an hour. And then you have Dave coming in with those classic lines like, ain't no Brinks trucks. What is it? No, ain't no Brinks truck Following the hearse. Come
Yeah.
on, man. And then, for the first time, you hear Dave's classic scream. Right after the solo. He does those really high, like, wow! That I haven't heard Dave do forever, and, he can't do that shit anymore. But I guess in the studio, he probably, didn't smoke weed for a couple days and did it. But,
I love the studio.
yeah, and again, standout track, and at one time it was my favorite, but I give Bullethead the slight edge on this, but As Is so fucking killer. It's so classic Van Halen. At the same time, it's a little different, but it still has the Van Halen vibe, and Eddie is just out of control. Eddie is just unbelievably great. And I gotta say this too, I've seen every tour the classic tour. Women and Children First, Fair Warning, Diver Down, 1984, and the one before it, the first reunion with Dave. But man, this last tour, Dave wasn't really that great as vocally, but Eddie was. I'd never seen Eddie that good. Believe it or not, even in the old days, Eddie was never that fucking amazing. It's just, man, the guy's gotten great. Must be his dentures. But what do you think of As Is?
Oh, fucking As Is. As Is a fucking amazing. Oh my god. God damn. Total Van Halen, firing on all cylinders. Through and through. This is fucking Van Halen.
The mighty Van Halen all over it.
A lot of people go to this as their favorite song on the album. It's not mine. But I love this fucking song. Everything works. From every member of the band. I'm even counting Wolfie here. Everything is awesome As Is.
And very short, right? Very short track.
I'm not sure about it's not as short as a couple others.
Well, the thing is, the intro's so long with the drum thing, but if you would have taken that out, it's a very short song.
Right, but I mean, to the point, and I love that about that. As Is absolutely amazing. But then it leads into what is my favorite fucking song on this album.
And a damn good choice of a favorite song, let me tell you.
By a country mile. And that is Honey Baby Sweetie Doll.
Hell yeah.
This is so fucking heavy. The heaviest thing I feel they've done since Mean Streets. Absolutely fucking amazing. This song is so awesome. It erases the Van Hagar and the Van Sharon. It erases all that shit with one fell swoop. It is so, oh my god. I actually saw somebody posted on a Van Halen page. They're like, oh, this is one of the worst songs on the album. And I personally want to show up at this guy's house, knock on the door, and knock his fucking inbred teeth down his fucking throat. Because this is the best Van Halen song on his goddamn album. It is so heavy, so dirty, so gritty, so fucking awesome. Honey, Baby, Sweetie, Doll fucking fixes everything that's gone wrong since fucking 5150 in fucking 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Oh my god, the best song on the fucking album. I absolutely love it. What you got, Doc?
As Is and Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, also no old demos, right? These are, songs that there's no old demos or no old recordings.
Well, see, when I hear this, to me, this really sounds like there's a song that Dave had before he got back with him, a song he did with John 5. And I kind of got a feeling that it's more based on that than something Eddie came up with.
What, from the DLR band album?
Not from the DLR, but they did stuff after that wasn't released. And to me, it sounds more like that. There's nothing in the demos that I heard sounds even close to this. But it doesn't matter. I don't care who wrote or who came up with the inspiration. Eddie put his stamp all over this fucking song.
Oh, yeah.
And to me, there's no dispute. This is the heaviest fucking thing they've done since Romeo Delight. In my mind.
You know, the only thing negative I can say about this song was when I first...
What?
No. Just hear me out, goddammit. Drunkie.
All right.
The only thing negative was when they first announced the titles of the songs on the album. I was like, what the fuck is this? Honey Baby Sweetie Doll. What kind of fucking title is that for a song? Oh, this one don't look good. And boy, first listen, I was like, my God, this song is fucking amazing. So yeah, you know, that was the only was being fooled by the title. But now, Honey Baby Sweetie Doll sounds cool to me. I don't know.
Yeah, the only thing missing from this song is an 8-ball. Like every fucking copy of this album should come with an 8-ball of cocaine.
Everything is on this song, even Dave's dog.
Yes.
The little bark in the song.
It should have came with Dave's dog and an 8-ball of cocaine. Because this fucking song is amazing.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know about that, dude. You do an 8-ball of cocaine and listen to this song, you might end up like Kevin DuBrow.
He's a pussy.
Hey, come on. Have some respect for the guy. Okay, then we go into Trouble with Never. Now, this is the song I would say is my least favorite. I actually like Tattoo more than this one. Yes, that's true. Hey, wait a second. Ian, you like Tattoo more than Chinatown?
Yes.
You're so funny, dude.
And that was a classic Ralph laugh, like, ha ha ha, you're a fucking retard. and don't get bent out of shape, people. He doesn't mean like retard by like, you know, retards. He means like Terrence.
No, yeah, I don't mean gay as in cocksuckers.
Exactly.
Hooah! Hooah! Anyway, this next song is not, you know, that excellent. But, you know, it does kick some ass. I do like this song. I think it starts with a really cool riff. But the chorus, that's the trouble with never. But, it's like, I don't know, it sounds like a filler, but, you know, I mean, it does have a cool solo, and I like the little spoken word after the solo where Dave says, like, dance the night away, selective amnesia is only a heartbeat away. Shit like that.
Yes,
yeah, I think
awesome.
that's cool as fuck, you know? But what kills me is, like, just like the same thing you said about Chinatown, is like they played this live instead of As Is or Bullethead. Or,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, they played this live. I saw them play. They played this live that night, you know? And I was like, you know, instead of Bullethead As Is or, you know, Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, they played Trouble with Never. It's like, dude, really? Does anybody, any of our listeners out there think this is like worthy of being played live over As Is and Bullethead? What do you think, Ian?
All right, let me look at my notes here. All right, love everything but the chorus, small gripe.
Wow, I said the same thing.
I know, that's kind of fucked up too.
Weird.
I said I love the breakdown as well. It's like where Dave's fucking the mic, you know. And I love when Dave fucks the mic because he does that shit a lot. And to me, you know, it's like Ladies' Night in Buffalo, you know, Black Sand. There's certain songs where Dave is like, it's like really awesome, but the chorus on this is terrible, and I think might have scared some people off. It's not a bad song, but it is a bad chorus. But then it goes into a song that I fucking love, that is Outerspace. And this was originally called Let's Get Rockin'. Great song. I think it fits perfect on this. To me, it sounds like a song that could have easily been on Van Halen 2. I love Outerspace. Everything about it to me is classic Van Halen. Of course, the only thing missing is Michael Anthony. But it's a great fucking song. I mean, it's so happy and good and just like everything that's Van Halen like it's summer, the top is down, you know, your finger smells like pussy. It's awesome. I love Van Halen. I love Outerspace. What do you think, Ralph?
If I was to pick my favorite songs, this would definitely be one of them. With As Is, Honey Baby Sweetie Doll, Chinatown, and Bullethead. Outerspace is right up there with those songs. It's the great peak of this fucking album. I was always a fan of Let's Get Rocking, but then when I heard this, I was like, man, Let's Get Rocking lyric-wise sucks now, you know? I mean, it's so of the moment, you know? It was like whatever, and I can understand why it was never used back in the day. But man, Dave made these lyrics on this album. I do, you know, I will say my gripe on the song is that he does strain a lot in the verses. But then that little bridge part where he's like, counterblast, da-da-da-da, invincible. I love that part, man, in that Outerspace. It's so fucking awesome, man. And another little weird thing, future will show if this will make this song dated or not. I don't know if you're aware of this, but Dave mentions his Facebook on this song. Did you notice that? He actually says that something on my Facebook page. I was like,
What?
He does. He says Facebook in this song.
Actually, I think it's so old he mentions his MySpace page.
So time will tell. Who knows? Maybe Facebook will be with us for eternity, like, you know, like herpes. Who knows? But
It better be, because that's where our fans. I'm sorry, our listeners.
Your fans, my listeners.
Oh,
Mr. Ego.
Oh, you're such a bitch.
Anyway, so yeah, I love what they did with this song, and Let's Get Rocking musically was probably like my favorite, you know, along with Bullethead. But I love Outerspace more than Let's Get Rocking. They made it so much better. Well, I gotta say they didn't make it so much better. Only Dave made it better because that music was already there. Alright, so let's get into what originally was Outerspace. This song is called Let's Get Rockin'.
Ain't
Then we go into Ice Cream Man Part 2. Stay Frosty. This is where Dave really fucking blows his load on fucking lyrics here, boy. A lot of great lyrics that don't make sense but sound cool. Like, you know, look beyond Kung Fu fighting. God is love, but get it in writing.
Oh, I love that.
If you want to be a monk, you got to cook a lot of rice.
Hey.
I don't know. It's fucking hilarious. I love it.
My favorite thing is trust in Allah, but tie up your camel.
Yeah, but tie up your camel. It's like, what the hell?
That is awesome.
Hell yeah. So, it's amazing. It's amazing lyrically. Total ripoff of Ice Cream Man. You know, it's just like an Ice Cream Man Part 2, but it's a fun fucking song. And it's a great saying, stay frosty. Like, yo, chill out. Stay frosty.
I fucking love Stay Frosty. Holy fucking shit. Best lyrics on the whole fucking album. The first time I heard it, I was like, oh, it's a little too close to Ice Cream Man. But then as it kicked in, like, I fucking love that shit. And, oh my God. Trust in Allah, but tie up your camel. I fucking love that shit. If you want to be a monkey, you better cook a lot of rice. Stay frosty. Oh my God, this is so awesome. Dave's lyrics are so fucking amazing. And he's right there with fucking Bon Scott, Phil Lynott. I mean, these are like rock and roll poets. That to the layman, like, oh, you don't get it. But if you are in the know, and if you are in the cool, if you are frosty, you get this fucking song. I love Stay Frosty. Best lyrics on the fucking album. Amazing fucking track. What you got, Ryan?
You know, I already talked about it, but I also want to say
all right. Well, then, fuck you.
No, well,
okay.
I'll let you go into the next song, but Stay Frosty also has the classic scream again during the solo. He does that classic scream, you know, which I put in my notes here. Take the next song there, Ian.
All right, number 12 is Big River, which, if you go by the old Van Halen demos, is Big Trouble.
He be looking for trouble.
Yeah, not to be confused with Big Trouble on Eat 'em and Smile. It's a classic fucking Van Halen. I mean, sounds so good. I mean, almost like eerily. So awesome, Van Halen. I love fucking Big River. Oh yeah, awesome. I mean, just incredible. I mean, if anybody has a bitch about this, come to my house. Show up at the door. I will put a bullet in your fucking head, and then I'll look up for your mother. This song is amazing. What do you think, Ralph?
Oh yeah, Big River, man. I love that. Again, Alex Van Halen, dude. That fucking drum groove. You know, and I love the verses, like, you know, when the verses, like, every last word of the verse, Dave holds that note, like, the river belongs to me, and he holds that note. And I want to rip that off. I want to Led Zeppelin this song, man. I just want to, like, grab that little element of holding that last word on each verse and make it flow. I'm going to do that with Combat, man. I'm going to rip off this song. Love Big River. Love it. Big Trouble, the original version, I don't know, man. This is the one demo I gotta say I'm kind of like, yeah, obviously Big River sounds better and this and that, but man.
Oh, yeah!
But Big Trouble's pretty badass, the original version, and here it is.
Who's at my door? Tell me who's that knocking?
That was Big Trouble. So, Ian, I'm going to give you the honors to end this album with the last track. What do you have there?
All right, last song is Beats Working. Another Beats Drinking. Hold on, give me a second.
When you talk, Ian, try not to drink between you. Do the drinking while I talk, bro.
All right, Beats Working. God damn it, that is everybody. If you're a fucking Van Halen fan, you know that is Put Out the Lights. I love them both. They're both fucking amazing. And what a way to end the album, though. It really is. Put Out the Lights / fucking Beats Working. Great fucking song. I love them both. Amazing. This is real. This is what I want to hear out of fucking Van Halen. Fucking amazing. Great song. Great way to end it out. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I love, again, what a groove. What a fucking groove on this song. And probably the coolest title on the whole album, Beats Working. I love that. Beats Working. That's
a better song would have been Beat Your Mother. But, I'm just saying.
God, you're drunk.
Okay, bye.
But again, Dave does strain a lot in Beats Working, man.
Okay.
Yeah, he does strain a lot. But I love the chorus. I love the chorus. It's a great song. And let's play the original version. I love it. This one's called Put Out the Lights.
He's earned this one.
Yes,
So, any last thoughts on Different Kind of Truth there, Ian?
Oh, yeah. I got some notes on this motherfucker. This album debuted at number 2, which was a goddamn shame. That they still have yet to get a number 1 album with David Lee Roth at vocals. I don't know who beat it, but I'm sure it was some fucking...
Adelaide, or that big girl from...
Fadelaide?
Adelaide, whatever her name is.
Adele. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. Anyway, but that means shit to me, because the album's awesome. But they did no promotion for this shit. I mean, zero.
Ridiculous.
Zero. It's fucking retarded. It doesn't matter because it was the highest grossing Van Halen tour ever. Suck that, you fucking Hagar fucking bitches. Okay? The best tour ever was this tour.
Really?
Okay?
I didn't know that.
Yeah. And you know who sold more albums? Was fucking Van Halen, not Van Hagar.
Let's put it this way. Van Halen 1 and 1984 alone sold more than the whole Van Hagar discography.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, how many times do we have to go through this?
There's a lot of morons out there that think Van Hagar sold more because they had more number 1s, but number 1s don't matter.
Right, and that's my whole thing. Get it through your fucking head, you fucking lover boy fucking bitches.
Hey, I like Lover Boy.
I'm working for the weekend too. But what I'm saying though is, okay, you take this. Okay, there's Van Halen, and then there's Van Hagar. Van Hagar is much more closer to Lover Boy than it is Van Halen. And I don't care if it went to fucking number 1. Let's look at record souls, bitches. Because Van Halen 1 and fucking 84 both went diamond. That means 10 million, people. That means 10 million. Both of those albums sold more than the whole fucking Van Hagar atrocity. So get that, went to number 1. Go eat a fucking dick, you motherfuckers.
Now, and I also want to add this, Ian.
Okay.
It doesn't really matter who sold more, but it kind of does in this matter because Van Hagar fans always have to throw in, they went number 1 with Sammy, they never went number 1 with Dave. And it's like, well, fucking, if you care about that, then how do you like these apples? They sold, and I'm just talking about 2 of their albums outsold their whole discography. Okay, let's throw in 2 Women Showing First, Diver Down, and Fair Warning into the mix, and they just blew them badly out of the fucking water. Badly. Because you know why record sales don't matter, Ian? I can say it, and you will agree.
Tell me, brother.
5150 sold more than Fair Warning. So you know that album sales don't matter. But to the lame ass Hagar fans that have so much pride that Van Halen went number 1 with Sammy Hagar. Hey asshole, if Dave would have stayed, trust me.
They
would have went number 1.
And right here, you know what sold more copies than Van Halen 1? Was Backstreet Boys Millennium.
Did it really?
Yes. So if you want to say album sales, and you want to hang on to that fucking bullshit,
and how they sold, Sammy sells more than Dave. Dude, even I believe. Let's look at the statistics. I bet you Eat 'Em and Smile sold more than any Sammy Hagar solo album. It definitely went higher in the charts since they care about charts. Yeah. I don't think any Sammy Hagar solo album went in the top 10.
Oh, yeah, no, there's the truth. Here's a fucking pill for you to swallow. No Sammy Hagar solo album sold as much as Eat 'Em and Smile.
None.
So suck a dick straight up. I don't care where it charted. I'm talking about overall sales.
No. It didn't even chart as good as Eat 'Em and Smile. I guarantee you. Eat 'Em and Smile. Didn't Eat 'Em and Smile be number 6 or 3? Something like that.
Eat 'Em and Smile went to number 3.
3? Come on. Sammy Hagar didn't even get near 13, man. Come on, pull it up. I bet you anything, none of his albums went up to number 3. Guarantee it. Fuck Sammy Hagar, by the way.
But you are gonna get some Sammy Hagar fucking bitches.
Yeah, they're all bitter. They're all bitter about, because Dave gets all the attention. Dave,
Right.
and I love, this is the one I love. Dave's not a good singer compared to Sammy. No, I disagree. I think Dave has a better voice than Sammy Hagar. I'm talking about classic Dave. And even now when he croaks, I'd rather listen to that than Sammy's powerful bitch screams. I think Sammy Hagar has an annoying voice. It's horrible. Listen to Woman in Love, Little Dreamer, Mean Street, Unchained, Sinner Swing, Hear About It Later, Little Guitars. I love that fucking voice. That voice is nothing but attitude and real. Sammy Hagar's a phony, fake Robert Plant wannabe. Fucking looks like he's from fucking Annie. He looks like Annie. He should sing The Sun Will Come Out Tomorrow. I'll buy that.
Oh, I agree, dude. It's you know what? Why Hagar debuted at number 1? Because it was more palatable. Because it was more bitch-like.
And Van Halen was the biggest band in the world at the time. He walked into a band that was the biggest band. 1984, no band was bigger than Van Halen. They were the biggest band there was. The only reason that David Lee Roth didn't hit number 1, because believe it or not, there are a lot of people that don't really like, David Lee Roth, that's the guy that was singing in Van Halen? Because, there's a lot of people that just know Van Halen. They don't know, like, the band members.
Right.
So the name Van Halen got them the number 1, not the fucking music. Give me a break. Give me a fucking break. And now in retrospect, who the fuck cares about 5150? Other than the tards, the Sam tards, think about it. But that album was fucking horrible, man. And so is every other Van Halen album. Hagar album.
Oh my god. And, it's terrible. And I'm gonna be real honest here. I'm gonna be real honest here for a second. I bought every Van Hagar album up to the live album.
You did?
Yes. No. Because I loved Van Halen. I bought 5150.
Wow.
I bought OU812. I bought Fuck. I bought Right Here, Right Now. And that's when it finally, I fucking gave up. When I heard, I forget what real Van Halen song it was on Right Here, Right Now. I was like, you know what? This is fucking horrible. I'm not giving them a pass anymore. This shit is fucking horrible. Horrible. This is not Van Halen. This is... oh my god.
Yeah,
I judge people like that. I really do. Every woman I've been with since 1980s, I ask them straight up front. I go, Van Halen. I go, Hagar or Roth. And you know what? No woman has answered wrong. But if they did, done. If you say Hagar, I'm still going to fucking cornhole you. But I ain't going to call you back.
Remember that girl I complained about?
The whore?
Yeah.
She was a Hagar person?
I wouldn't go. I don't think so. I think she may, she's probably not that stupid. Yeah, I said it. You're stupid, Van Hagar fans. That she preferred Van Hagar over Van Halen, but she loved Sammy Hagar. But she knew better than to play that shit around me. I hated Sammy, and she knew how much I hated that. And she loved it. She loved Summer Nights, and I remember her saying, Summer Nights is a great song. Well, I know a lot of people, even the people that don't like Van Hagar, they always point to Summer Nights as the song, which was actually a song that David Lee Roth knew about. And, that was one of the working songs for the next album. But either way, she was into Van Hagar. I mean, yeah, she was into Van Hagar too.
If you can maintain a hard-on after Dreams,
yeah,
more power to you. That's fucking I don't know. Oh my god, Hagar shit sucked.
Yep, I 100% agree with you. So you want to go into pick of the week?
Okay. Well, there's a couple more things I'd like to mention about this. Okay. Besides, there was no promotion. A thing that freaked out a lot of people was Kool and the Gang was picked as the opening band for the tour.
Which I loved, by the way. I was very happy.
I loved it too. At first, I was like, Jesus Christ, can they ever pick somebody I want to see? Because the first reunion tour, they had like Bob Marley's third cousin twice removed. That was
horrible.
Yeah, that was horrible. But Van Halen, at least David Lee Roth and Van Halen, they've never had a good tour opener.
Nope.
But Kool and the Gang, I got it, dude. It made sense to me. It's like, that is total David Lee Roth. You want to hear Celebrate Good, and all the other great Kool and the Gang
Jungle
songs.
Boogie, Hollywood Swingin'. That shit was fun, man.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is so far removed from Van Halen, but it made perfect sense because you hear those songs, the happiness, the smile on your face, because unless you're a paraplegic, you're going to fucking shake your ass to those fucking songs.
Or if you're only into dad metal, you won't like it.
Yeah. Sorry, Terrence. Sorry. You no Jethro Tull here. But anyway, but no, those were great songs, and what a way to get the crowd, because I was the same way. I was like, oh my God, I would have loved to see, whatever. But man, I got there early. I watched all the Kool and the Gang, and that shit was awesome.
I had a lot of fun watching them.
Oh my God, the whole crowd, everybody around me was dancing, shaking their ass, having a good time, tipping a beer back. Everybody loved Kool and the Gang.
Yeah, in my case, it was the same thing. The only unfortunate part, a lot of people weren't there. It was a half-filled arena. By the time Van Halen came, it was packed.
Oh, well, see, in New Orleans, a lot of people showed up for fucking Kool and the Gang.
That's cool, man.
Awesome.
Down here in Florida, they didn't, man, which was unfortunate.
Another thing I'd like to say is, I think this song could have been a double album. And not like in a shitty, like, fucking Use Your Illusions 1 and 2.
Well, actually, it is a double vinyl. I own the vinyl. It's on 2 vinyls.
Right, but what I'm getting at, though, is I would have loved to see like an album where, like, okay, here's one album of us doing the demos. Okay, this is us re-record. Let's call it fucking Van Halen 0. Where it's all demos. And then let's call like a new Van Halen, and it's the songs that we've written after we got back together. But Dave says that nothing was written after they got back together, but there's, half the songs on this album, well, I should say like 40%, I've never heard any demos of, so.
I think what they should have done was just release half of it, and then release half of it later, because Van Halen classic albums were only like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, and that's an awesome point. And that's what I loved about that whole era is, there was no overkill. Here's 10 songs. Here's the best fucking 10 songs we could do. But Van Halen pissed me off so much because they should be the same as the Stones. There should be like 35 fucking Van Halen albums I could talk about. Unfortunately, there's 7. And that's bullshit, There should be way more Van Halen music. I have nightmares about Van Halen. In all seriousness. I love Van Halen so much. I go to bed, I wake up like, ugh. I have dreams where I met Eddie, and I tell him like, dude, you fucked up. This is wrong. This is so wrong. And he gets mad at me. No, dude, this is a reoccurring fucking nightmare. And he gets mad at me for like, you never should have had Sammy, you never should have had this, you never should have done that. And he gets mad at me for critiquing him. But I think I'm right. Fuck him. God damn it. We should have fucking 50 Van Halen albums. Unfortunately, we have 7 that are worth a shit. That sucks.
No, those 7s are great, though.
Oh, they're fucking fantastic, but, I don't know.
Yeah, they're so short, but it's magical, man. But, that's the one thing, because of, I blame hysteria for this. I mean, if it wouldn't have been Def Leppard's Hysteria, it would have been something eventually to make albums so damn long. But I you know, the beauty.
Well, it was a CD age, you know.
Yeah, the beauty of Van Halen though was like they really like just released the cream of the crop on each album, you know, and that's why all those albums were so good, and they were so short, you know, but they were still so good. I mean, believe it or not, I mean, I guess you can call me a nut swinger or whatever, but I feel like they never released a bad song with Dave. Okay, 1984, the intro was kind of weak. Whatever, that little keyboard thing. Nah, that's not really a song. I like Jump. Oh yeah, I'm really burnt out on it. You know, if it comes on, it's probably my least favorite of all those classic Van Halen songs, but it's got that killer melody, like, can't you see me standing there? I'm back against the record machine. I love that shit, man. And it's all keyboards, it's weird, but I don't know, man. I still love this shit. Van Halen 1984 would be my least favorite Van Halen album. Yeah, I actually like Different Kind of Truth more than 1984. I actually like Diver Down more than 1984. A lot of people point to Diver Down as their worst album. Diver Down to me was fun, man. I know, you know, a lot of people don't like it because it's a lot of covers, but I love it because it's a lot of covers. But in retrospect, man, every Van Halen album rules. I may like some more than others, but every one that has David Lee Roth singing on it is timeless music that I listen to all the time.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I think of Different Kind of Truth and the Van Halen discography, and I look forward to them making more music, hopefully with Michael Anthony. I love Wolfie, but I want Mike back. So all right. So we ready for pick of the week there, Ian?
We are ready to pick of the week.
All right, go for it.
All right, my pick of the week. This is an underground band that I fucking love, called Baroness. Baroness is an awesome band. They're from the East Coast. I want to say they're from one of the Carolinas. I could be wrong. It don't matter where the fuck they're from, but Baroness, the Red Album. That is some great drugged out, fucking amazing fucking metal. I wanted to go see him originally at a club, my favorite club in New Orleans, One Eyed Jacks. And I was asking one of my friends, the bartender's like, I've heard a lot about Baroness, but I'm like, what is it like? And she's like, well, ask the guy who's sitting next to you. He's a guitar player. I was like, oh shit, you know. So I hung out with him. We got drunk, and the whole band signed my CD. Had a hell of a time, and they are amazing, amazing metal band. Check out Baroness. And my pick of the week is the Red Album. What you got there, Ralph?
All right, I want to I want to talk about a newer band.
Okay.
Get away from the dad metal for a second, and I want to bring up a band called Iron Reagan. You ever heard of Iron Reagan?
I've heard of him. I like Ronald Reagan.
I love Ronald Reagan, but we're not getting political, are we? Because there's a lot of people out there that get wild hairs up their ass once we start talking political shit. But especially if you bring up Reagan. But anyway, Iron Reagan consists of Tony and on guitar Phil Hall, which I believe is Landfill. They're both from Municipal Waste, which is a great band that I had the honor to play with once, which was the sickest show I ever played in my life. That was an insane pit. I mean, that's a crazy band. And Iron Reagan is just as crazy, man. They have 2 full lengths out there. I have both of them, and I have a split with them and Exhume. But they have a new one called the Tyranny of Will. Now, it's hard for me to pick this one over the first one, which is called Worse Than Dead. I think they're both fucking amazing. So this pick of the week, I'm gonna plug 2 albums for a change. Iron Reagan, Worse Than Dead, and The Tyranny of Will. It's crossover-ish. Very heavy, very fast. It's thrashy, but, you know, it's got that crossover feel. Iron Reagan. Awesome shit. That's my pick of the week, Ian.
Nice. All right, well, then we have to go after that. We have to go to fan of the week.
All right.
So fan of the week is Mark Alden Taylor.
All right, Mark.
Yeah. Mark is great. A lot.
Oh, wait. M-A-C-R-M-A-R-C, that guy?
Yeah.
That Van Hagar fan?
Well, I mean, he's gay, but he's a really nice dude.
All right. Nah, he's all right. I like him. He's cool.
Yeah, no, this guy has added a lot to the page.
Yeah, he's always on there.
He's always on the page. He's always put up news stories, posting videos. And I don't mind that he is a homosexual from San Francisco who pulls for the 49ers. I mean, even though he loves the taste of cock in his mouth, he is a fun fan. You know, and a lot of people are like, really, him? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, when he farts, it's like...
Why? Because his butthole is like really wide.
Oh yeah. Oh
from all
yeah.
the cocks.
Oh yeah. Oh, he has a drawstring for an asshole. But Mark Alden Taylor. I love how you have three names like you're a fucking Kennedy.
Yeah. What are you, David Lee Roth?
Exactly.
Sammy Hagar don't pull that shit. What's wrong with you?
Exactly. No, I mean he is the great fan of the week.
You know what Sammy Hagar's middle name is?
Mark?
No.
Oh no, what is it?
Annie.
I totally get that. But yeah, so our gay fan of the week is Mark Alden Taylor, who loves it up the ass. Good dude. Prints all this shit. Keeps the Facebook page, you know, awesome.
Yes.
I love it.
Him and everybody else, man. We got a good.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
There's a lot of cool people on that page. People should join it, man. If you haven't yet.
Everybody has stepped up so much. But I want to thank Mark. He links a lot of like just news stories, awesome videos. Mark is a great dude, and like I said, I don't judge, you know, him on the fact of being gay and taking men in his mouth. That doesn't bother me. That he loves the taste of a man's sauce on his palate.
You mean to tell me that you don't mind that he's had more pricks than a porcupine?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that you don't mind that he's had more balls on his nose than a circus seal?
Yeah, doesn't change the fact
okay
that he is my favorite gay fan.
Oh no, not mine. Mine is Justin.
Yeah,
Justin Childers. He's my favorite.
Yeah. Justin's pretty hot, but sometimes I think Justin is just faking. Where Mark like really enjoys it. Mark just like really like, ow, that hurts, but it's fun at the same time.
Don't you dare put any spit on that.
Yeah, exactly.
Go in dry.
Exactly. Mark loves that dry rub.
Yeah.
Yeah, that seasons it. But anyway, enough about this cornholer. Mark David Chapman, or Mark Alden, whatever the fuck your name is.
You know, Mark can suck 55 cocks.
He can. 5150 cocks. Right in his mouth.
Yeah, 5,105 cocks.
Anyway, you're a homo, Mark, and we love you. We love you.
He can fit 2 cocks in his ass. He calls it best of both worlds.
Ouch! True story.
That is true.
That's
what's going on the inside. Oh, you sucked one too.
Speaking of assholes, I have to give thanks to our new sponsor, Walmart.
Oh boy, Walmart.
Yeah, yes. If you are broke as shit, please go to Walmart. And you know, fuck Walmart. But
what the hell? What's wrong?
Well, no, but I mean they're a sponsor. But I mean, you know, most of our fans / listeners don't even have a job, so they have to go to Walmart because they slash prices.
Oh boy, yeah, we should be wrapping this up, Drunky. You're really off the deep end now, man.
Oh,
I don't think you even noticed. You're not making sense now.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, he's lost his equilibrium. Whatever that is.
What he said. All right, well, if you enjoyed this show...
Hey, aren't we supposed to announce the winner?
Yeah, I'm too drunk to pick the winner. That's
we got to do it next week because you're too drunk to say a name.
Yeah.
You're too drunk to read a paper with the name.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I have a paper in front of me, and I cannot read that shit. So.
All right.
So
next
that
week.
That shit is next week.
All
okay. Right. But find us on iTunes. Come back to iTunes. I'm so fucked up.
Yeah.
YouTube, Facebook. We also have a MySpace page.
MySpace?
Now yeah, we're getting some big now. We have a MySpace page.
Oh,
you get it right. Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, you know. Also, we're also available on Viewfinder.
I love Viewfinder.
You can see us in 3D.
That's hot.
Oh yeah.
That's hot. Okay, so anyway, iTunes, Amazon. Please use the Amazon link.
No, yeah. Use the Amazon link on our Podbean page.
Yes, because I need the money. Seriously.
He will definitely need the money when he needs to replace that liver.
Yeah, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, blah, blah, blah. Terrence is a fucking retard. Blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Okay, here, this is current. Next week, our special guest host is Dennis DeYoung.
No shit, I love that guy.
Yes. Dennis DeYoung will join us next week when we talk about Public Enemy's Fear of a Black Planet.
Wait. Dennis DeYoung knows about Fear of a Black Planet? That's going to be interesting.
He's a very, very, very hip cat.
Wow, what's the week after that? Barry Manilow is going to talk about anal cunt?
Oh, I'm going to tell you. That's next week. That's next week. But if you want to hear Dennis DeYoung talk about Public Enemy, show up next week. This Sunday and every Sunday. You know where to come.
Lord.
It's the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast.
Yeah, join us next week with DJ Dennis.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
What else is left?
Insanity.
Hey, we know how to do a cappella of Happy Trails. What's it? Bomba-dee-da, 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 bomba-dee, bomba-dee-da, bomba-dee-da, bomba-dee-da-dee-da, bomba-dee-da, 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 bomba-dee, bomba-dee-da, bomba-dee-da, bomb. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3. Happy trails. Bomba-dee-da, 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 bom, 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 bom.